What you guys, got another video here for you. In this one we're going to be taking a look at scammers and PC repair scammers that are actually working in the UK. It seems that the Indian scammer that used to put up those fake scamming alerts and call you with those toll-free call numbers and try to scam you out your money, it seems that they're working in the UK as well, which is pretty scary stuff. So let's take a look at what I mean. A friend of mine who works in IT PC repair got this invoice from one of his customers. Now this was last year, and if you take a look at it, it's quite scary. The price alone, £506.35. UK Cyber Experts Limited was the company that actually did the repair, and whatever they did here, I just haven't got a clue how to make head or tail of what it is that they've actually done. But apparently this is the second time it's happened to this person. This person bought a £300 laptop which is brand new, and they got a fake alert on the internet, one of those scams, but they didn't know what it was. It said something about Microsoft scam or something like that, and I'll show you what they are in a second. And it got them to ring this number down here, this number down the bottom. So let me just zoom that in so you can see. So if you look here, this phone number 0800 086 8671. So everything seems okay. They've got a registered number here. They are registered on Company House, and but there's a couple of people using this number, and we'll take a look at that a little bit more in detail in a moment. So I just want to pull this down, and you won't be able to see, no, I don't want to show the guy's address here, but this is the address of the company, and we'll take a look in more detail here. So registry channels repaired, quantity 7, £14.99, £104.93. So that's 7 of those, whatever that means. Registry channels repaired, £104.93. I think it's just making stuff up as they go along. Network decryption, also junk removal, drivers update, services activation, firewall activation, identity programming. Quantity of 6, £27.84 an item, £167.04. Identity applications installed, identity port installed. I mean, what's that all about? Identity port activated. I mean, they just make these words up, I'm pretty sure. And to someone who's not familiar with this type of stuff, they're just going to hand over their cash. Now, this is a typical Indian scam that goes on in India when they cold call people, and they also do those fake things here. Tier 3, 5-year, all-inclusive, 512 layer Dell NSA 4600 encryption. I mean, it's not funny, but this is funny because it's just so stupid. And that's another £149.99. Network security plus internet security plus PC tune-up plus VPN. Unlimited technical support. Free for 5 years. Well, it's not free. He's just shelled out £506.35. But unlimited tune-ups. Anti-hacking and security. Malware protection. Email protection. Includes eSafe protection for your banking, bill payments online. Identity protect. And also built firewall, and that comes to a total of £506. Now the scary part is they have got into this person's system and they have got access to his computer at all times, which is really scary stuff. Now also there's another invoice that someone has produced, which is another technician, which I haven't got my hands on, which tallies to over £900, which is absolutely extortionate amounts of money for any sort of repair. So if you're getting those sort of bills, then be aware that they are fake and they are scamming you. No repair should cost that amount of money. especially if they've not replaced your computer or anything like that, because if the computer's worth £300, then the repair's worth more than what the computer is. So you just have to use a little bit of common sense. So if you're looking at this and you look at that number there, so the number is 0800 086 8671. So I did a bit of research and I just wanted to look into it because he's my friend, and I thought we'd just have a look. And you can see here, this is one of them that's called UK Instant Support. And this is another guy, but he's using that same phone number. If you look here, 0800 086 8671 toll free. And there's his landline. Now this is the number, I reckon, that's coming up as a scam, because they're scamming people on here. Now this is a registered company, and obviously what this person is doing is dodgy dealings. And this guy is in Tamworth, 254 Tamworth Road, which is this place here. And for me, they're both using the same company. So let's have a look at the UK Experts, which is the document, which was this one here, UK Cyber Experts. That was the company, and this guy is registered as well, different registered, but the number is the same, 0800 086 8671. So let's take a look and go down the bottom here, loads of blurb, and you come down the bottom and 0800 086 8671 toll free. And apparently what they're doing is scamming people out of their hard-earned cash. And this is another company. So this is a different company, a different person, and they are two different company names, and they're both registered in different places, but they're using the same telephone number, which means they're scamming people. Now if you do a search on Google for those phone numbers, you'll see a bunch of people have been scammed by these people. And as you can see, the phone numbers are listed up here. This one's for UK Instant Support Limited, and there's a number up there, another number which you can search for. But this person's had a bad experience with them, with £308 payment, and there's loads of other ones out there that have probably been stung just the same way. And you can read all that information if you want to, just do a search for it. But basically what I think they're doing is they've registered a company, and what they are doing is probably registered that company, charging overinflated prices for jobs, and making those jobs string out a long time so they can charge them a lot of money. And the problem is some of these jobs are not worthy of that amount of money in the first place, i.e. a Microsoft alert scam or something like that. It's just a page that stops you closing the browser down, and they will then obviously say your computer's infected and then start to inflate loads of fake jobs that they need to do to fix this problem. And of course that will then be a hefty bill at the end of the day. Now obviously when you investigate, they are generally putting that through the books, and of course it's an inflated price, and they're probably earning a lot of money. They might not be the busiest techs on the street, but what they are is definitely earning a lot of money. But you can see here a bunch of people being ripped off by that same phone number. So there's a lot of people that have fell for this already. And of course you've got to remember these pop-ups that pop up on the screen, they will get you to call the number, and they can be edited to put their number in there to make you call that number. And of course these are hosted by a lot of shady criminals that are trying to make money the dishonest way, whereas real PC repair techs would not charge that amount of money. And of course these people are just out for a quick buck, and then they ask for massive amounts of money, and they will give you you know, like 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier. These are years, 3 years support, 5 years support, and they just of course inflate the price to suit their needs. And you can see here these are just basic pop-up scams which they charge a lot of money to say remove when you don't need to remove them at all. So these PC repair companies are not out to build a client database, they're just out to rip people off, and then they'll shut that business down and start another one, and that's exactly what they're doing. So let's take a look at some of these pop-ups, and I'll show you some of these and what they look like and how easy they are to remove. Okay, I'll just show you a few of them here. This one is the Java update, and there's loads of them out there, and they get sold by scammers all the time to people that want to buy them, and you can adapt them to suit your needs, like adding your phone number and stuff like that. And you can see here, this is install Java update. This is another one which that person did mention about the Edge update. And of course, you could have your number flashing up on the bottom of the screen there saying call this number now, and so on. And that's what they're doing when they are selling these to other scammers that want to scam people out of their money. Now, of course, if you're not familiar with this sort of stuff and you see this on your computer, you may think you're infected. This one is going to be downloading Adobe Flash Setup, which is not Adobe at all. It's coming from this source here, and you've seen me make loads of videos on this sort of stuff. But basically, these are potentially unwanted programs, which are pups, open candy, all that sort of stuff. It's nasty stuff, and when it gets on your system, it makes you get browser redirects, you know, adverts, and you can also get other sorts of stuff happening on your computer. And this is exactly what it's about. When you get this on your computer, your system is severely damaged or seriously damaged. You've got viruses, all that sort of scaremongering stuff which they do to try to get you to call their number. Now you can see there's no number on here, but you could probably have your number added to these. The scammer would set them up for you, and you would pay him a fee, and then once you've got them, you would get calls from that number, and you could generate work for yourself, which is scamming people out of their hard-earned cash. This is another one. Your system is infected with 3 viruses. You click on the scan now, and it gives you a fake scan. Sometimes it locks you out of your browser, you can't do anything, and this is what happens. It gives you a fake scan of your documents and system files, and of course it tells you that you are infected, and that's exactly what it's meant to try and do, is to convince you that you are infected. Now I know a lot of you guys are not going to fall for this sort of stuff, but there's tons of people that do, and this is the reason why they keep making these, because people keep falling for them. So a lot of you guys may be saying I would never fall for this particular type of scam, and that might be right, but there's a lot of people out there that will fall for this scam, and that's why they're still here. Now obviously one thing you've got to remember is you might get away with these particular types of scams in India, but in the UK, Companies House and everything else, if you've got a registered number thinking that you can do it all legit and overprice things and scam people by doing dodgy dealings, then you aren't going to be around for long. You're going to end up in prison. But you can see here, this is a registered company. They've got their name and address, company name, registered number, but I think what they're doing is not right. They are actually overpricing stuff. You can see this is an invoice from someone. Half the stuff on here is just bogus, and they've just inflated the price up to £506. The laptop only cost £300. So, and there's another invoice that someone had, but which didn't give to me, which was £950. So it's a lot of money, and the address is there for everyone to see. It's not me doing anything wrong. This information is freely available on the internet and on their website, and they're not ashamed to put their names and addresses up there because they think they can get away with it because they're registered. But in the UK, even if you've got a registered company or registered company name and you put your address and name and stuff up there, doesn't mean you can rip people off with overinflated invoices. We have got rules and laws over here which you have to abide by, and you may get away with it in India, but you won't get away with it in this country. I'm pretty sure of that. And if more people keep posting this stuff up, then eventually these people will be brought to book, and they're going to end up into some serious trouble. So let me give you a couple of pointers on what you should be looking for. You should be going to a website, looking for a company that is a reputable company that's got good clear pricing on their website. Also good feedback from customers. You can check that feedback out, make sure everything is okay, and also give the company a call and talk to them. Normally they would ask to see the computer itself, and they would give you a diagnosis of that issue with the computer. Now normally they charge around say £40 for a diagnosis, and if you want the work done, they would waiver that diagnosis and fix the issue, and that price would then be given to you before you carry out the work. Now normally if you walk away, the diagnosis fee would have to then be paid, but things like this, £506 and £900 are way over inflated prices, and walk away from any of those 5-year all-inclusive schemes. Okay, that's just a way for them to inflate their prices. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up, so make sure you share this video, tell your friends, be very careful when you're getting PC repairs done, and don't fall for these particular type of pop-up scams, and you should be pretty much good to go. Anyway, I hope this one's been informative. I shall see you again for another video real soon. Have a great weekend, and I shall be making more videos in the upcoming days. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the big red subscribe button on my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification button next to that to be notified when we upload new videos.